Hello, 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 everyone. I feel very weird being on the right side of this recording.
Yeah, I know. I'm usually on the right side
I
of
know, and
everything.
I'm on the wrong side.
I know.
All right. It's been a while since we've recorded. We have had a bunch of stuff going on. Yet another new place of recording, so that's fun. Audio should be vastly different than, you know, everywhere else we've recorded, so that's fun.
Yeah, I think it'll still turn out fine though.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine. Meanwhile, the listeners, what?
What?
I can't tell what they're saying.
What?
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 Turn down for what?
Turned down for what? All right. All right.
Did you see that they? Did you see those promotional shots for the King of the Hill reboot
No,
yet?
not yet.
Oh, they released some promotional shots of like adult Bobby and what he looks like.
Oh no.
It's insane just how similar he still looks. Like he's just slightly more trim, and he's got just a bit of scruff on his face.
Nice. Anything new with you, Rusty? Anything you want to share with the peeps?
Anything new?
The peeps. Who am I, Christian? Anyways.
Okay, Captain Charisma.
That's a deep cut.
It's not too deep.
I went to a Comic-Con yesterday and I saw a Stan Hansen action figure. Like,
really?
That's a fucking deep cut.
I mean, do the people want to hear about the fact that I've been rewatching Community recently?
I mean, I fucking love Community.
Oh, it's such a good show. That
Britta's so hot. Did I say it out loud just now? Oh, great. I used to have a Brita water pitcher. Actually, I still have it in the fridge, and I printed it on my regular printer, so I'm a boomer. Not really, but I printed a picture on a regular printer, and then I taped it to the outside of my Brita pitcher. It was the Brita pitcher. It was fucking ridiculous. I'm stupid. Sorry.
No, I've been rewatching it recently, and it's one of those shows where you know that you like it, but then you start rewatching it, and you're like, oh man, I forgot just how much I like this show.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of fun. Living with my brother right now, and this is this basement we're recording in right now is bigger than my entire old house, so that's fun.
I mean, honestly, basement. This is more like a really nice studio apartment.
Yeah, that's facts. It's kind of crazy. I'm pretty happy with my current arrangements, but definitely looking for a place of our own still. So shout out to Dylan, my co-host at the beer pong competition I host weekly. He's a listener, so that's fun.
Yeah, I cannot believe I completely forgot to ask you about that new job before we got started.
Nah, that's all right. It's been a lot of fun, honestly. A lot of fun. There was so normally we do teams. It's a tournament and it's 2 people teams playing beer pong. But sometimes if there's not enough people, we'll do one person, just like singles. And we've only had to do that one time, but because we normally have them come up with cool team names, I'm like, well, I don't want to just like put people's regular names in. So I told everybody to come up with their own like professional wrestling names. Like if you're a wrestler, what would be your name? So there was one guy was it was like the caretaker or something. It was I forget what it was.
He tried
to give himself like something along the Undertaker, but he himself forgot the Undertaker's name. And so he said, I can't remember what it was, but it made me laugh a lot. Like it was pretty good. The caretaker or something like that. It was so funny. It's been a lot of fun.
The
overgiver. I love it. That should have been Shawn Michaels' name when he was like the anti-taker at WrestleMania 25. He should have just came in as the overgiver. Oh, when I took that drink of water, I should have leaned into the mic. Like,
Goal.
this is ASMR now.
This is a hydration check for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Are you hydrated right
Are
now?
you drinking water?
Are you hydrated?
Shit.
If not, this is a hydration check. Get some water. Take a drink.
Pause it right now. Actually, you know what? Don't even need to pause it. Go ahead. We'll stay quiet for it.
This is a dedicated moment of hydration.
Yep.
Don't laugh. They're hydrating.
Oh yeah, I'll make him spit take. Shit. I'm so sorry.
This is the hydration check, Josh. You've got to take this seriously. Hydration is serious business. You know how many people die from dehydration every year?
At least 7.
I don't know. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. We just don't know.
We did watch Bad Blood since the last time we recorded.
Yes.
Bad Blood was excellent.
Yes, I still think they should have closed out with McIntyre versus Punk, but I do understand why they went with the other match.
Cody versus Solo. You know, the other one. The one guy that when he fought that other guy.
No, I forgot. I legitimately forgot what the match was entirely.
It wasn't a good match. It's just, Roman Reigns returned and Superman punched Solo.
The boulder was there too.
So I'm sorry, audience. That was misinformation.
Don't worry, audience. I am now going to go ahead and grab the fact-checking stick. Every time one of us says something that is misinformation, we get a whack with the misinformation stick.
The fake news boom.
You ready?
Go for it.
Ah! That'll learn you.
Well deserved. All right.
If you guys ever hear us say anything that is blatantly wrong, let us know so that way we can get whacked with the misinformation stick.
Yes, absolutely. This podcast about professional wrestling is dedicated to bringing only factual and useful information. There will be no fake news. I'm sorry. Here it's called kayfabe news. Well, do you have anything else before we move on to like our main topic here?
Let's see. No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, today, guys, we have something kind of interesting I thought of literally 2 days ago.
Don't you mean 2 months ago?
Yeah, 2 months has been...
Because we are so professional.
Yeah, we've been playing this for at least 72 hours.
We just have a giant calendar with the days we're going to record and what each topic is going to be on them.
We definitely don't figure out what topic we're going to talk about 2 days before we record.
Never.
That would never happen.
We are not such amateurs.
Kind of like in our podcast, there are no cuts at all.
None. Not a single cut.
I love I'm going to have to cut those. That's great. Okay. No cuts. What are you talking about? Anyways.
0 cuts.
So, what we're going to do today is I brought up this idea to Rusty to use a random name generator. Not a random name generator, but a randomizer. Put in a bunch of names. Use the randomizer to make matches. And then me and Rusty discuss who we think would win the match.
From a kayfabe perspective.
Rusty, I have a question. When I proposed this question to you, how many wrestlers did you think that I was going to put in roughly?
I was going to say upwards of... I initially thought, because we didn't need too many, we were only going to do like 5 to 10 matches, we agreed. So I thought, maybe you'll put in about upwards of 50, maybe 75, 100 if you were just really feeling it.
So not 192?
I remember you telling me that.
I have a list of 192 wrestlers. Now, all of these were in the WWE at some point. Some of them are in different companies now. Some of them are dead. Some of them are retired. I stayed away from anybody controversial. So I don't even go there. Like no redacted or, I
No.
left Hulk Hogan out of it. I lied. I did add Hulk Hogan. So Hulk Hogan is on the list. But redacted is not.
I don't blame you. I mean, anytime redacted comes up, it just gets uncomfortable. So it's better to just avoid it. Now, I know everyone has their criticisms of famous indie wrestler Hulk Hogan, but I think he never did anything that monstrous. So
I did have Randy Orton as Randall Keith Orton randomly. I don't know why I did that. I changed it. But anyways, so Rusty, are you ready?
Hold on a second.
Damn it.
Okay, I'm ready.
No, I said, are you ready? No, not at all. All right. So I have this set up to automatically choose two names. So let's see who we get. I hope it's lame as shit. I hope we're like, God damn it.
Or the biggest mismatch in the world.
Santino versus Great Khali. Wait. All right. Let's see. Ooh. CM Punk versus Omos. That is certainly a match.
Right.
Of all the matches of all time, it's one of them.
Oh, that is certainly a match that would happen.
Now, question: do you think CM Punk can pick up Omos? I say yes. He's actually stronger than you think he is.
Yeah, I'd say he probably could.
That would be one hell of a go to sleep.
I mean, honestly, I think it'd be more exciting to see him win by submission with the Anaconda Vice.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. That would be very cool. So, and I figured you'd probably agree with me. I would say anybody that comes up, we judge them at their peak.
Yeah,
and we can even discuss what that peak is. And for Punk, I have to say 2011.
Yeah, I would say about 2011. Well, honestly, what about his massive title reign he had right before he left?
It was that 2014, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyways.
When he was on that
2014. I always mix it up and think he left in 2011, but he left in 2014.
No, 2011 was the summer of Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 2014. I mean, if you want to go, it kind of depends if you want to go prime babyface Punk or prime heel Punk.
Just prime, period. I think his prime is his heel run.
From an in-ring perspective, yeah, I'd
like
say so.
Around the pipe bomb, and I guess that was the summer of Punk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I still think his in-ring was at its absolute peak in 2014.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So, Omos, his peak is, well, not now. His peak is when he hasn't been in that long, so it's hard to be like his peak was back in 2023.
I mean, it's from an in-ring perspective, like from how skilled he is in the ring, he might not have quite hit his peak yet.
Oh, I don't think he has. I do think he moves very well for a man his size.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Omos is awesome.
Yeah.
And I think given the right creative direction, my dude could be one of the best monsters of all time.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's just he hasn't quite got that creative direction.
Yeah, he just needs that little extra oomph.
So I think CM Punk walks away with this victory. Not easily, because there's no way in hell you'd book it that way.
Oh, no.
Why? That would make no sense to just have Punk squash Omos.
It would be kind of funny to see, though.
Oh, no. But I think CM Punk walks away with this one for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, so in this list, there are females and males, and we got Victoria versus Finley, and that man loves to fight.
Oh,
So, um, little blurb though, since we got Victoria, I met her like last year, and she was one of the nicest people ever.
yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Man, if you have the chance to meet her, I was never a big Victoria fan. And then I met her. I'm like, okay, I fucking love her. She's like the loveliest person ever. Anyways,
Right.
check her out on social media too. She's like awesome. She's great. Anyways, okay, let's try that again. Oh, okay. So this is me including this specific person is the one controversial pick. I feel like Joe Hendry versus Finn Balor. Joe Hendry was technically never in the WWE, but seeing as how he appeared on NXT multiple times, I decided to include him.
That's fair.
Because in this world, there is a chance that he could show up and face somebody.
Yeah.
So, Finn Balor versus Joe Hendry. The issue I have here, and I should have thought about this before I added Joe Hendry, is I haven't seen enough of his work. I haven't seen enough of his matches and like in-ring stuff to like compare.
I feel like if they were to go up against each other now, Finn would be more likely to take the win because he's more established.
Yeah. Although he's like Joe Hendry is like white hot right now, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if as of this recording, he's about to go against I forget who the TNA champion, but he's about to challenge for the TNA championship right now. So
yeah,
by the time this releases, Joe Hendry might be the TNA champion. I mean, honestly, this would be a close match in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Finn at his peak though was like incredible.
Yeah, if we're looking at this from a in kayfabe perspective, if he were to come as the Demon,
that's not it. Yeah, Finn wins. No, you're right, because that's peak Finn in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
peak Finn is the Demon. I should have put Demon Finn and regular Finn in here. That'd be interesting.
Oh, be interesting.
But I didn't. If we're giving the option of Finn becoming Demon Finn Balor, I have to give it definitely to Finn because it's one of the best like dual characters, I think, in my opinion, of all time.
Yes, same. I completely agree.
This is the whole reason he was hired by WWE. Not the whole reason, his talent, but also before he was hired, that was when I first really started paying attention to like indie wrestling, and Prince Devitt, who was Finn Balor's name was before, which I always think that's awesome that his entrance video says Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never gone by Prince anything in WWE, but they still keep Prince up there. It's always interesting to me.
Have you ever read any of the WWE comics?
No.
I remember, well, neither have I, but I did see a page online taken from an issue that it was like a lore explanation of how Finn got his demon persona, how he was an ordinary wrestler who came across an actual demon.
Nice.
And I believe, I might be wrong here. I'd hate to get whacked with the misinformation stick, but I believe that he won, and that's how he ended up absorbing the demon persona.
Nice.
I can't remember. It's been years since I've seen that page. But if I'm wrong, you can whack me with the misinformation stick.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for the next episode, and then you'll hear a good whacking. We're just gonna whack Rusty. I'll whack Rusty multiple times if need be.
This is gonna be on the internet one day.
Anywho. So, what do you think, Finn or Joe Hendry?
Finn.
You go, Finn, too. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Ooh, interesting. Big E
Ooh.
at his peak versus Dean Malenko. I don't think I've ever seen Big E face a really technical wrestler like Dean Malenko.
I'm sure he has, but I
Uh,
can't think of any off
I
the
mean, I
top
think
of my
he's
head.
faced Brock Lesnar. I think Lesnar took Big E's championship away, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He
that was.
squashed him too. But that's not fair to like compare.
If you want to talk like a grappler and real strong technical combatant, I'm pretty sure Big E faced Daniel Bryan before,
Ooh,
or Bryan Danielson now.
that's a good comparison. I think Daniel Bryan and Dean Malenko, I think, are really good comparisons. I've always been a huge Big E fan. I'm actually real still to this day really sad that he's not back yet. I
Yeah,
feel it though. Like if I don't want him to be hurt, like he is such a cool dude. I would never in a million years want him to risk his like life,
right.
right? Like Biggie is cool shit, and if he truly can't wrestle again, then stay away, man. Don't be like those other idiots there. Like, but I would absolutely flip my shit if he returns one day out of nowhere.
Yeah, same. Absolutely same.
So
So would you say the prime was his WWE title run?
for sure, for sure.
Now, I didn't really get a chance to see that because that was at a time when I didn't quite have a way to watch
I didn't
anything.
watch that much right during that time either, but what I kept track of was awesome. And just his whole persona, his whole power positivity and like I dig everything that Biggie does. Um and I think listen, this is going to be controversial. I know all the rabid Dean Malenko fans are going to be like how dare he? But I think I'm not saying he's bad at all. Dean Malenko was awesome, okay? But I think he was slightly overrated.
If anything, I think he was underrated.
Under underrated, you're probably right in the sense that he didn't have that many like he wasn't like that popular. But I mean like people put him on like their lists
Yeah,
of
like
like
the
greatest
hardcore
technical
wrestling,
wrestlers.
like the hardcore wrestling nerds.
That's what I mean by overrated. I he was definitely underrated with the fans and like his utilization.
I mean, honestly, most mainstream fans, like most casual fans,
Yeah,
uh, on the younger side, I would say probably only if they do remember him, I would say they probably remember him for when he feuded with Perry Saturn during the Moppy angle.
oh Moppy, I didn't have Perry Saturn in this. I should have put him in there.
How could you leave him out? He's a
I know.
hero.
Oh, and I just realized I didn't add him, and I didn't add any of the FBI.
Oh,
Nunzio,
well, it's
Vito.
it's more
I'd get over 200 at this point.
it's more egregious to leave out Perry Saturn. That man's a hero. Did you hear about that?
Wait, what do you? It's right in the like it's in my brain, and I can't pull it out. What happened?
He saved a woman from being sexually assaulted.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Fucking Perry Saturn, the goat. We love it. Speaking of saving people, I also didn't add Chris Masters.
Ooh.
So what do you think? Big E versus Dean Malenko. I'm gonna give it to Big E.
I'm actually going to give it to Dean Malenko.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's our first disagreement, but that's okay.
It's okay. You're allowed
It
to
would
be
be.
wrong.
I actually think that would be a really good match.
That would.
Peak Dean versus peak Big E. I think it'd be pretty sick.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Leave,
Here, we'll
leave
wait.
a leave a
Mm-hmm.
comment or
Mm-hmm.
just tell us.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Oh.
Hey, you can't talk that way about him.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
watch it. Hey, well, you don't need to take that tone with me. Josh, ban this person.
And banned.
All right. All right, now that we got the jerks out of here.
I was hoping he was Canadian. I was gonna be like, when you said you can't talk about him like that, I was gonna be like, yeah, just because he's Canadian, but he's not. Doesn't Dean Malenko feel like he's a Canadian?
Yeah.
He's American. No one has ever felt more Canadian than Dean Malenko.
Well, honestly, I can see why you'd think that, because he's a really technical and
Yeah.
like grappler based. He has that real
And that's
style
a very Canadian thing.
because
Sure.
of all the hearts.
Yeah, the hearts, and then there's, that one guy who is, what's his name?
Renard.
No, the other guy, Lance fucking Storm.
Exactly.
I knew his name. I was trying to be silly. You think I forget it? He's our god. Anyways, you ready for our next matchup?
Let's do it.
Here it is.
I'm willing to bet that actually happened at some point.
I was hoping we'd come up with him. I was so excited.
I am willing to bet that this actually happened at some point.
That name is why I changed my mind on you scrolling through the list.
Fair enough. So before we started recording, Josh handed me his phone, and he's asked me to go ahead and scroll through and look. But then halfway, he said, "No. Actually, you know what? Stop. There's some surprises in there. I want you to just come across."
So this matchup,
like I said, it probably happened.
Goldust takes on the incredible Gobbledygooker.
That has to have happened at some point. Hold on a second. I'm YouTubing this.
Oh, I know. This definitely feels like something that had happened. I'm gonna feel really stupid, like a bad wrestling fan, if it happened and it's like a famous moment.
Let's see. Gobbledygooker makes his first appearance in WWE. Gobbledygooker wins the 24/7 title.
Oh my god, I forgot that. He's a former champion.
Donald Trump meets the Boogeyman. What's that got to do with anything?
What's that got to do with
Goldust versus Undertaker.
Oh, no.
Because I'm kind of shocked, honestly.
Of all the names on this list to take on the Gobbledygooker, honestly, Goldust was the best choice. Like, the best choice.
So, from a kayfabe perspective, the Gobbledygooker is just a giant turkey, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going Goldust here, obviously.
Oh my god, Goldust is going under the ring. Oh, he's got a ladle of gravy.
Oh my god, a ladle of gravy. All of this I could
what do you call it?
stuffing?
No, not stuffing. The thing you put not a ladle, because ladle is how you get
a gravy boat.
Gravy boat, that's it.
Oh my god, he's got a gravy boat. Oh man, okay, who are you picking? I know this is difficult.
I mean, from a kayfabe perspective, who would win it? Who would win in a fight, a man or a giant turkey?
But a big man, a big, very weird man.
Big, very weird man. It's like that stupid question of who would win in a fight, a trillion lions or the sun?
Or like one giant second grader or 1,000 minuscule college students. I'm going Goldust here.
You're going Goldust.
I think he kicks the turkey in the nuts.
That's a tough one. From a kayfabe perspective,
right in the
this
giblets.
is pretty I don't know, how dangerous are turkeys in real life?
Pretty dangerous, honestly. They're birds, so they got like talons and shit.
I know you shouldn't mess with geese in real life.
Fuck geese.
Geese are scary, man.
Canada gooses?
Do you remember? You remember how many at our old university? You remember how many geese were on?
They were so gangster. They'd fuck you up on the quad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love making our college sound bigger by saying the quad.
You know, somebody once told me, and I'm sorry that we're getting off topic, but somebody once told me when we were in class. You might have actually been in there. Um, somebody once we were out. Uh, there were a bunch of geese, like way more than normal, outside the window during a lesson. But he was giving a lecture, and he had to stop because the geese had got so loud. So the geese got so loud for like a solid 15 seconds. He had to stop his lecture to get the to to wait for the geese to quiet down. And after they finally quieted down, one of the kids in the class with me, like I said, you may have been in there, but he said it's like freaking Hogwarts in here, but with geese instead of owls.
It's like freaking Hogwarts.
But with geese instead of owls. Anyway, if turkeys are as bad as geese, I would say probably the gobbledygooker, because a giant turkey is would be terrifying.
All right, Gobbledygooker gets the W from Rusty.
We're looking at this from a purely kayfabe perspective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that case, I got the giant turkey.
All right. All right. Next matchup. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Stacy Keibler. Shinsuke by a landslide. Anyways.
I'm imagining
all
like,
legs.
As soon as the
Oh.
I'm just imagining Corey losing his mind and screaming Kinshasa when he, like, as soon as the bell rings, he hits Stacy with Kinshasa, and Corey just loses his mind.
All right. Stacy obviously would win. Anyways,
he pulled the phone away before I could.
Oh. All right. First name on this, Raven.
Okay, Raven
versus.
Oh my goodness.
Lance motherfucking Storm. Oh. And that is literally how I put his name, all in caps too. It's the only one that's in caps. I had to do it.
This is oh no.
Lance, if you're listening to this, you got to change your like nickname in the middle to motherfucking. Kind of like Seth Rollins is Seth freaking Rollins. You're Lance motherfucking Storms. Storm. Anyways. I was never a big Raven guy.
Really?
No. Wasn't a big Raven fan. And we joke a lot about Lance Storm. I hate to say it's a joke because it's definitely not, right?
No. But are you about to blaspheme?
No, I'm not. I think Lance takes this. Technically way more sound than Raven, I think. Just saying.
I mean, it depends on the match, honestly, because this is a very big clash of styles.
It is.
Because Raven's like a real hardcore wrestler.
Yeah.
Versus Lance, who's a very technically proficient one.
Exactly.
So I think it honestly just depends on what the match are. But we're going with regular singles matches, right?
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, it would be Lance Storm.
Yeah.
But if we were going any sort of street fight or
any stipulation, honestly, really, period, yeah. And Raven's got it. But in a straight up singles match, got to go Lance Storm, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Thought I was going to have to blaspheme there for a second.
I wish that this app would let me pull from a second list, because it would be very interesting to add in match stipulations.
Oh, that would
It'd be like Raven versus Lance motherfucking Storm in a cage match or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that would be very cool. So maybe I'll think about that, and maybe we'll do this kind of thing another time, and we'll
add in match
stipulations. I could just start a second list and go back and forth. That's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Next matchup. Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, this has happened
Oh,
in
yes, but not.
AEW, but not enough.
Oh.
This is a chef's kiss match.
Mm.
So we have Daniel Bryan versus Cody Rhodes. And I'm talking peak yes movement versus Cody Cody Crybabies right now.
Cody Crab.
You know that's even what he
Yeah,
calls his own.
I know.
Cody is at his peak right now, and it's not even a question in my opinion.
Boy, this is the first really difficult
I
one.
know, but God, that would be a good fucking match. Oh.
Like, this is really difficult. One really, really amazing babyface versus another really amazing babyface.
Daniel Bryan is on a lot of people's like Mount Rushmore. Of professional wrestlers. And Cody Rhodes is at the absolute peak of the pinnacle of professional wrestling at the moment.
This is a really tough one. What do you guys think?
Yeah. What are we going to do this again?
Oh, is this guy back? Get him out of here.
I thought we banned you. God. He created. I can't stop people from creating other profiles is the issue.
Can't we just like ban their IP address?
Ah.
Yeah, but then they might get like a VPN or something.
Let's just ban the whole audience, this whole live audience, and then later we'll mute them. It will make us sound stupid, like we're reacting to people that aren't actually there.
Oh,
but like that's fine, right?
Yeah, I just feel bad about muting all 10,000 of them.
I know they're all yelling very loudly.
Yeah, I know, but we have no choice.
You know what's funny is at some point in our podcast, I do want to record these live and have people be able to interact. So at some point, that's not going to be funny.
Yeah,
it's just going to be normal. But God damn, I don't know who.
I'm gonna
peak Daniel Bryan. I got to give it Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, same.
Ow! My heart. I love Cody. Don't get me wrong.
I thought you actually hurt yourself for a second.
No, it hurt.
No, you're right though. We got to give it to peak Daniel Bryan.
There was something he had. It's crazy too because the thing I'm about to say, Cody has as well. This last WrestleMania, how it was going to be Rock versus Roman, but the crowd was so pissed off about it, they literally chimed in and changed it themselves. The only other time that happened really was during the whole Yes movement when
they both got the sauce.
They both have the sauce, but
it's just a matter of who is slightly saucier.
Who's saucy boy Josh Morris? Nobody gets that fucking reference at all. He's a local wrestler. Josh Morris is awesome. There's a local wrestler named Josh Morris. He's called Saucy Boy.
Oh, okay.
Saucy Boy Josh Morris. Anyways, also custom entrance music. It's just Josh Morris is here. Josh Morris is. It's actually dope, and he has a friend of his who's a rapper that raps it coming out.
Okay,
it's dope. It's baller. Dope. Yeah. All right. Anywho, we're just talking local wrestlers now. So Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Man.
It feels, but as bad as it feels, though, we'd feel worse if we were to say Cody.
Yeah, Daniel just basically kind of semi-retired too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. Next match.
Here we go.
Oh, a DX showdown.
Ooh.
A DX showdown, y'all. So we have Shawn Michaels. Now, we both know who's going to win this. Yeah. But, like, it is interesting, right? Shawn Michaels versus Road Dogg. Shawn Michaels wins this, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
And Road Dogg's no slouch.
No.
I think he's actually very underrated for his in-ring skill.
Oh, you didn't know?
Your ass better call somebody. Anyways, Shawn Michaels easy. It's like he's the greatest in-ring performer of all time, voted on by other wrestlers. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
You agree?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, we can move on.
That one was quick.
This has happened, hasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. So we have Zack Ryder.
Whoa.
You know it. Alrighty. Nope, that's it. That's such a good song. I really like the song. But Drew McIntyre, his opponent for this match, is currently not using his best music.
I didn't really care for his original music. His chosen
What's
one
that
music.
marching on my head? Perhaps the end is drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you down. Out of time. I loved it. Oh my god, I used it for everything.
I felt the same way about the Nexus's original theme song.
Yeah. Oh my god, Nexus was awesome. I have nearly all of Nexus in this list, besides that guy who you couldn't feed enough. I'm not even saying his name. Fuck that guy.
I'm sorry. Could you?
The big one?
Oh, okay.
The big guy?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I don't even want to say his name. I don't want to give him this much name recognition.
I'm gonna say his name.
Ryan. That's about all I'll say. His real name is Ryan, so I'll give him that.
Right.
All right, Ryback. Fuck that guy. I'll keep that in. That's me saying. That's Josh Edwards saying fuck Ryback.
I don't know why it's like Ryback.
He's such a fucking whiny baby.
Oh, is he?
Yes. Oh my god. He never shuts the fuck up online too, and he'll say things like, "I think Triple H wants to hire me back, but blank doesn't want to, so that's why." I'm like, nobody wants you back. Shut the fuck up. Here I am.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. He gives me the ick.
I mean, you probably don't want to say that to him, though, considering he's, jacked.
I bet he can't wipe his own ass. This is me starting a beef with Ryback right now.
Okay, we have established that this is your beef with Ryback.
Yes, it's just me personally. Rusty has no beef with Ryback.
Yes,
it's fine.
I have no beef with you, Ryback.
I could start other beefs too, but those are like Ryback's not important enough in the industry to really starting a beef with Ryback is not that harming. But if I was like, hey, other names I don't like, then we have an issue, and so I'm not going to say it. Fuck Hulk Hogan too, but that's whatever.
I mean, let's be real though. Are we important enough that it would start?
No, but who knows? Maybe we'll get bigger,
and then someone will come back to this after we get big. And
sure will. He'll be like, that guy hates Ryback, and I'll be like, sure do.
And they'll be like, hey, look at this, Ryback. Look at this old episode.
Flexing like I'm big or something. I'm joking. Listen.
Well, I mean, they can't see.
Could Ryback outlift me? No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, yes, right? He's jacked, but also, could he outfight me? I don't think so. I think if I got in a real fight with Ryback, I'd break his kneecap. I'm not saying I'm going to physically, I don't condone violence. I am just saying, I'm not scared of Ryback, right? I don't condone violence, though. I'm actually a de-escalator to a fault. Even people I should probably punch in the face, I don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a de-escalator. Anyways, this is way off track.
Fair enough.
I don't even know if I'm going to keep all that in. We'll see.
Yes.
I know your instinct is to be like, cut all of it.
Yeah, but I think you
insulated yourself.
Well, not. I was more concerned for you, but I think that the way you put it was. I think the way you put it was fine.
Yeah, that's fair. And if Ryback wants to, I mean, he can get a hold of me. That's I.
I don't think he even lives in India.
No, but he's so rich and famous that he could probably find his way over here if he wanted to. So rich and famous.
I could just imagine him showing up to an airport. Just imagining not just Ryback but any celebrity showing up without any way of paying for a plane ticket and being like, "Can you let me on? I'm Ryback." They're like, "Oh, you're Ryback? They like the flight attendant like walks onto the plane, and you hear from like the outside somebody being like, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey, let go of me!" And then they walk back with just like some random person dragging them by the collar
I
of their
told you,
shirt.
Ryback needs a seat.
I don't even know who that is. How do you not know who Ryback is? Who's the funniest minor celebrity you could do that
Rick
for?
Moranis.
You had that ready to go as soon as I asked.
It's the fact that he's so like unassuming and such a nice seeming guy. It's just like, I don't know why Rick Moranis popped in my head. It's like, I'm Rick Moranis.
I'm Rick Moranis.
Oh my god.
You know who else would be funny to see do that?
Who?
John Mulaney.
People just think he's on coke.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's been clean for a while.
Yeah, you know what? I'm about to start another beef. John
no.
Mulaney.
No. John Mulaney, I actually really like you.
No, hold on. John Mulaney, you son of a bitch. You're married to my number one celebrity crush. Hey, fuck you, but I'm kidding.
Who's he
I
married to?
love Olivia Munn.
Oh.
Oh my god. Anywho. No, John Mulaney I love. And I want to be a comedian, so I probably shouldn't blackball myself by saying I hate John Mulaney. I don't.
Fair.
John Mulaney is fucking awesome. Anyways.
Get me tickets to your Netflix special.
Bet. All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah, I can't wait for your Netflix special where you complain about how you can't say anything more, but you have like the biggest platform to say as much as you want.
But I use puppets to say, whoops, is that a very well-known comedian? Anyways. All right. Next match?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh.
Now
this has happened 100 times,
Yeah.
but also it's a banger, right?
Absolutely.
Do you want to...
I'm pretty sure this was even the main event of Mania one year.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to carry on? It's Chris Jericho versus Edge. I feel like this has happened to death, and not in a bad way. It's a great match, but I feel like what I want to do here is matchups that are like...
You would never see.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I agree. Let's just
having said that, peak Jericho, peak Edge, I'd have to give it to Jericho.
Same.
He was crazy good. Anyways.
Actually, I would give it to peak Edge.
That's what is peak Edge? There were so many different versions of Edge. I don't even know what to pick for. Peak Edge might be like right before he left this last time.
Yeah,
honestly, like it was so good, you know.
Well, for me, it's the Rated R Superstar.
Yeah, no, you're right. His whole feud with Cena was unbelievable.
All right, who we got this time?
Tommy Dreamer versus Christian.
Once again, this
has definitely happened for sure. I actually always really liked Tommy Dreamer, but having said that, peak Christian,
I don't know. I'd actually probably
still give it to Dreamer, maybe.
Yeah, I would say Dreamer.
Peak WWE Christian, because while I don't watch AEW, Christian right now is having the run of a fucking lifetime.
Yeah,
his whole "I'm your dad" thing, like his whole dad thing, is awesome. I don't watch AEW. I keep track of it, and he's like, from what I see, one of the only watchable things on AEW. Sorry, I said it.
Oh no, Josh, stop! You've condemned yourself to death now.
Now I've done it.
You know, I wonder with that deal that they just struck with WBD. I wonder if any of AEW shows or pay-per-views will be coming to HBO Max now.
Probably.
Or, sorry, just Max. But if so, we could start covering AEW now that we have a consistent way to watch it that won't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have Max, so...
That's an idea. If y'all want us to watch... If y'all... Why did I say
if y'all want us to watch AEW...
If y'all want us to watch AEW, just go ahead and give us a like or give a comment down in the comments. Let us know. Anyways. So, you give it to Dreamer?
Yeah, I give.
Actually, I think I would give it to Christian only because peak WWE Tommy Dreamer
Yeah, I
was
guess
actually like the redo of ECW, and it was not great.
it was like the same thing, but great value.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd have to give it to Christian because we're judging on peak WWE, not peak career.
Fair.
Peak career, Tommy Dreamer. We've literally
Talked about both.
talked about. I mean, Shinsuke, I would give another chance if he was against somebody else, but it is against Omos. 192 names, and how am I getting repeats? Anyways,
Gets almost again.
Finn Balor versus Maria Kanellis. No. All right, next matchup. God damn it, Victoria versus The Rock.
Boy, there are some people on this list that it really wants us to talk
Yeah,
about.
I know. All right. Fuck it. This is never going to happen, so this is what I asked for.
I mean,
Carlito versus Kamala Harris. Nope.
I did for a second thought it meant Kamala Harris. Kamala. Sorry.
Kamala. Okay, so I do want to throw back to a joke I made when Joe Biden first announced he was running for president the first time, and he chose Kamala Harris as his running mate. On Facebook, I posted, wow, how nice of Joe Biden to pay homage to WWE legend Kamala. But I don't know why he chose him as his running mate, seeing as how Kamala is dead, but like, that's so nice of him. It was fucked up now I think about it, but it is pretty funny. Anyways, so Kamala, I didn't watch enough of Kamala's shit to like really have an very informed opinion on this, to be honest with you.
I think Pete Carlito, like, pardon the pun, but Pete Carlito is so cool.
Yeah, he really was though.
He was like the cool.
Yeah.
I don't mean because his gimmick was he said the word cool a lot, but no, he was actually cool.
He was cool. I spit in the face of
people who don't want to be cool.
This may be a travesty. Maybe because I don't know enough about. I keep wanting to say Kamala. It's drilled into my head to say Kamala.
Kamala.
But the wrestler is Kamala, not Kamala.
Kamala versus
Kamala versus Kamala Harris.
I mean, all the letters. All the letters are pronounced the same. It's just what you stress and what you don't.
Yeah. Ka over Kamala. Yeah, Kamala. Why are we? This is phonetics with Josh and Rusty. What's up? But I'm gonna give this to Carlito.
Carlito. Car, it's lit, yo.
I'm gonna give it to Carlito.
Your car is lit, yo.
Jesus. All right.
You mean so, Jesus? Jesus.
That reminds me of my sister mispronounces tortilla, right? And everybody else that mispronounces it like tortilla, right? Tortilla. She mispronounces it in the funniest way every time. She says tortilla. Which is it makes me laugh every time because she mispronounces it wrong. She literally mispronounces it wrong, like tortilla. Don't you mean tortilla? Like at least
the one that drives me nuts is when I hear people call jalapenos jalapenos and they do it on purpose.
I do that sometimes.
You want some jalapeno?
How about some free shavakadu?
Shut up.
Free shavakadu is so funny in my opinion. All right.
What's he in for?
Yeah.
Was he falsely accused?
Of course, his name was Shavakadu.
I don't know if we can keep this.
Yeah, but there's no name. Like Shavakadu doesn't imply any race or it's just a silly name.
That's true.
All right. No, it's so funny. It's off the rails, but this is kind of what this podcast is about.
Honestly, I think this podcast is legitimately at its peak
We-
when it's off the rails.
We could have called it Off the Rails with Josh and Rusty.
Ooh. Honestly, we might want to consider rebranding it to that
You know how many podcasts there are?
with the same name.
It's just so many. I bet you WWE loves wrestling is.
I mean, but honest, I don't want to risk it. Like anyone with a sizable audience.
It's just somebody that does cocaine a lot, or used to do cocaine a lot, but doesn't anymore. It's off the rails.
And his podcast has inspired so many people to give up drugs.
It's off the rails. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, should we do some more?
some random
rails. Some more rails. Oh, I'm not. I'm not Jake the Snake Roberts over here.
Oh,
God. that was
no, mean.
Absolutely not. We're not.
Plus, he went through.
Plus, it's Rick Rude.
Honestly, you could make the joke about any 80s wrestler. I'm not Macho Man Randy. Oh, that's mean because he's dead.
Macho Man was made of cocaine. Yeah. He was like cocaine as a person.
What if cocaine took human form?
Exactly. But was also really cool.
Right. Have you seen his?
I already know what you're talking about. Where he's talking about emotions.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Yes. I watch it all the time. Just as like a reminder.
I can't believe you knew what I was talking about already.
Mind meld, my dude. Mind meld, my dude. Yeah.
We've reached a point where one of us can just think of something.
I do that a lot. I might be psychic, honestly.
All right, I'm thinking of a number.
7.
Shit.
Are you serious?
No, it was 43.
Close. It was a divisible.
Nope, sorry. 42 is divisible by 7.
Fuck! I'm bad at math.
6 times 7 equals 42.
I'm bad at math. All right.
It's okay. I suck at math too.
Anywho's. Shit. Okay.
What
next.
were we talking about?
Just cocaine.
For the record, neither of us do cocaine.
I've never done cocaine in my life.
Yeah, me either.
I tried weed once. It didn't work well. Anywho.
I haven't even tried weed.
No. It's worth a shot at least once. I want to do mushrooms someday.
I've heard it's really good for PTSD.
Yeah.
Which is weird. You'd think it wouldn't, but who am I to argue with actual...
What if I do shrooms and then I have Nam flashbacks and I wasn't even in Vietnam?
I won't mention any names, but didn't you tell me one of our friends, more your friend than mine, but I do consider him a friend.
Oh, did DMT?
Yeah, and he had that hallucination that he was a totally different
He was a Chinese man for an entire actual year and lived every second of that year, every mundane task, doing his taxes, going to the bathroom.
That is crazy.
For an entire year of this Chinese man's life, woke up and it was 15 minutes.
That would mess with my head so much.
I would never be okay again.
Yeah, I think I agree.
But in like a cool way, like I kind of want that, but also like holy shit, time doesn't exist. Like that shit's whack.
It's like that Rick and Morty bit where Jerry's like, "I'm time. I'm literally time."
All right.
I think we've gone off the rails enough.
Back on the rails.
Metaphorically speaking.
Anywho.
Oh, boy.
All right. Good podcasting, Rusty.
Thanks. I always mean to to turn it off before we
Yeah.
start, but I always forget.
It's all good. It's not like this is a professional podcast. So, anyways, Liv Morgan versus R-Truth.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Oh, thanks for helping me with my taxes, Rusty.
Yeah, anytime.
That was good.
You probably should have done them, before October.
Yeah, I know. All right, Jinder Mahal versus Santino Marella.
I mean, if we're going by peak, it's got to be Jinder, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he won the title.
Listen, I am a big I love Santino Marella. But if we're talking his career and what he did at the peak, yeah, it's not even
a competition.
Not even a competition. It would be a fun match to watch, but you can't hinder the Jinder.
No, you cannot hinder Jinder.
All right. Ooh, I think this has probably happened.
Yeah,
Sergeant Slaughter versus Ron Simmons.
Oh, let's see. What was peak Slaughter?
Peak Slaughter was meh.
I mean, do you remember when was it Iraq
he became an Iranian sympathizer.
Oh, was it Iran?
During the whole Iran-Contra thing.
Okay.
Vince McMahon actually did that.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like, let's have our most patriotic person turn on America. Right when they actually need... Anyways.
Actually, I had recently watched the Vince McMahon documentary. If I can't... Once again, grab the misinformation stick and whack me with it if I'm wrong. But I think they actually said... Like, Slaughter wanted to do a deal with, like, G.I. Joe, and Vince didn't want him to. So Slaughter went through with it anyway, and so he didn't officially say this, tell him it, but it was kind of like his punishment.
Oh my god!
I believe they said that in the documentary.
Either way, Vince is an asshat.
Let's put it like this: I'm unsure enough that I think you might want to cut this.
It should be fine. You're literally saying if you're wrong, I can hit you with this stick. So, like, the next episode, if somebody's like, "Hey, that's incorrect," I'll just hit you with the stick.
I could have swore they said it on the.
It sounds very believable for Vince.
I swear it's been a while, but I could have swore they said that on the Vince documentary.
But having said all that, peak Sergeant Slaughter versus peak Ron Simmons, Farouk, APA Ron Simmons beats the shit out of Sergeant Slaughter. It would be like a match, but Ron Simmons, in my opinion. I love Ron Simmons.
I think this is actually a lot closer than you think.
Yeah, I'm saying it would be a match, but I think Ron Simmons, he's got that, like, brutality that I don't think Sergeant Slaughter has.
Oh, damn.
Damn, indeed.
I don't know. Part of me actually wants to say Slaughter takes this one.
Hey, you can disagree and be wrong. That's fine.
Okay.
No, you can disagree with me. I think it would be an interesting match. I actually was never that big of a fan of Sergeant Slaughter, though.
I remember for like a week, when I was a kid, I thought he was the coolest character ever.
Yeah? And then what happened?
Well, then the following week was my 8th birthday.
And you're like, America sucks.
I'm getting based now. I'm woke.
All right, let's move on.
Back when I was 8, woke was just the past tense of wake.
That's right. All right. Oh my God, Natalia versus Kurt Angle. I'm just gonna pass that. Io Sky versus the Gobbledygooker.
I give that one to
Io.
I don't know.
She's so small. She's like this big.
I don't know. I mean, a small woman versus a giant turkey.
CM Punk versus Sandman. That would be good, just because Sandman.
I mean, that might have happened in
I think it
WWE CW.
There's redo. Oh,
okay,
damn it!
We got one.
Kinda. No, I don't. But like, it's Ruby Riott.
Oh.
And man, I want to talk about. You know what? I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do a women's match now.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep doing this until I get a women's match.
Or we get a really good.
How about this? Actually, I have a better idea.
The one you just did was
John Morrison versus William Regal.
that I think could be a really solid match.
Yeah. Oh, this is hard for me because you know how much I love William Regal.
Yeah.
But I haven't talked about how much I fucking love John Morrison.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
He's so good. Ah, man.
I would say probably William Regal.
I think I'd have to give it to John Morrison.
You think so?
Yeah. Just at his peak, William Regal's peak has been kind of like his entire career. He's just a low-key, very technical grappler. He's never been main card.
Yeah, fair.
Whereas John Morrison has been like main card quite a few times. And I know that I shouldn't include this because it wasn't WWE, but his feud with Prince Puma, aka Ricochet, during Lucha Underground.
I mean, we can still talk about.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen any of his matches versus?
Yeah, I think we actually watched it back at your old house.
Oh
before.
my God!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you and I watched that back at your old.
One of my favorite feuds of all time, and some of my favorite matches of all time. Lucha Underground, dude. I could talk about Lucha Underground.
Is it still on Netflix?
It's not ongoing. It was canceled.
I know. I'm saying though, is the archive still on Netflix?
I don't know. It could be
because that's where I found it at.
Yeah, same. The way Lucha Underground was shot, everything about it was awesome.
Yeah,
I don't understand how it was canceled. It was so good.
Good things don't always get a great audience. We were talking about Community earlier.
Yeah, 6 seasons in a movie.
Did you know that they are working on the movie for that?
Yeah, it won't have Donald Glover in it though.
I thought they confirmed he was coming back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Like
last thing I heard, they couldn't get. Now it's going to be it's a community podcast now. Fuck it. Fuck wrestling.
The only original member of the main cast that won't be returning, I think, is Chevy Chase. Which that's okay.
Fine. That's fine. He's an ass. Oh, you know what? I'm going to start a beef with Chevy Chase. Hey, Chevy Chase.
You know what? Go ahead.
Hey, fuck you, man. You were like so funny in the 90s, man. All the National Lampoon movies, and then I just found out you're a piece of shit. Come on, man. I'd say get your shit together, but you're 800 years old, so like just kind of go away. Anyways, so
would you want to like get together when the movie finally comes out on Peacock and watch it
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Does Jordan like?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you, me, Sierra, and Jordan should absolutely get together.
Dude, it will be a flag day for me. I love Community. Awesome. Their paintball episodes are so good.
I actually just got done watching that last night.
Oh my god, they're so good. Yeah, let's just talk about Community the rest of this episode.
Okay. What's your favorite episode? Mine is the one where they get all the different where they do the different timelines for who gets up and goes to get the pizza.
Oh my god, that's so good. It's so meta. Honestly, it's been so long since I've watched Community that, first of all, I have now decided that I need to watch it again. And second of all, I can't think of my favorite episode. I love the show.
Yeah, you absolutely should go back and rewatch it if you get the chance and you're bored. I say go for it. Like I said, sometimes you like a show, but then you go back and rewatch it and you're like, I forgot just how much I love this show.
Yeah. Yep. That's the same thing when I rewatched Futurama.
Oh,
I was like, God damn, Futurama is good.
Futurama is like every line
is so good.
Is just gold.
My favorite line from Futurama is when Fry like saves the day or whatever, right? And the mayor's like, I now pronounce this Saturday Friday. I'm like, God damn it. Like it's gonna confuse people. Oh, it's so good.
There's one Sierra and I are always quoting when the brains come down and make everyone stupid. And and she drops like the note she was supposed to give Fry into the fireplace, and she reaches her hand in there. Ah, fire hot. Professor Farnsworth comes up. The prophecy will help. Ah, fire indeed hot.
Oh my god. Fire indeed. Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. You're all going to a planet where the gravity is so strong, you'll almost certainly be crushed under the weight of your own hair. We need to get back on track.
Pro wrestling.
Professional wrestling, neither Community nor Futurama.
Professional wrestling. Let's start this whole podcast. I don't mean this podcast episode. I mean, why do you love pro wrestling?
Start back from the very beginning of the very first episode.
Who's your favorite wrestler, Rusty?
It's going to be difficult when we get to the episode with Kripke.
We'll just kidnap him. It's okay.
He just comes down the stairs. He's just like, somehow I knew I needed to be here.
Considering he hasn't added me back on Facebook since my Facebook was deleted, he's bad at getting back to people on Facebook, and so I guarantee he just hasn't seen it. And so I'm like, Kripke, add me back.
He secretly hated the episode.
No, he told me he loved it. All right.
No, he was just being nice. No, I'm just kidding.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart versus Melina. Okay, we gotta single this out.
Melina.
Of course. Oh God. Okay. I'll change it to 1, and then that is Logan Paul. He said. Oh, hold on. Since this is like
I shouldn't.
Okay.
All right. We got the first name, Mickey James.
We got Mickey James versus Trish. No.
This was
that was literally like the beginning
match.
of Mickey James's career was like a feud with Trish.
Although it would be interesting to see like Mickey in her prime versus Trish.
It was kind of that though. Mickey was kind of at her prime right there.
No.
All right, fuck it. Let's do Mickey at her prime versus Trish at her prime, and
when they're now equals rather than.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Trish.
I'm gonna give it to.
You know what? Technically, kind of like how the Attitude Era is viewed with like rose-colored glasses because of nostalgia. I think I was just looking at Trish with rose-colored glasses, and I have to say, technically speaking, as like a professional wrestler, skill-wise, I think Mickey James does have the leg up, and I think. Now that I think about it, I agree with you. Editing. Anyways.
There's no editing on this.
We've recorded for an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh,
shit. Wow. All right.
It does not feel like that.
Couple more matches?
Yeah. Let's.
I went back to 2, so.
All right, here we go.
Rhino versus LA Knight.
This could actually be really fun.
Yeah. I've already said previously that Rhino has my favorite spear.
Yeah.
I think the Gore is the best spear in the business. So Rhino, LA Knight.
I'd give it to LA Knight personally, but I do think it would be a really fun to watch match.
I think they're pretty evenly matched as far as like in-ring prowess. I think it comes down to their finishers, and LA Knight's finisher sucks in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
It's the I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. Like the BFT.
Yeah, yeah. So whatever it is, it's not as good as the Gore.
I'm giving it to Rhino.
You know what? Fair. Yeah, we'll give it to Rhino.
Yeah, that's just me personally. And no hate on LA Knight at all. I think he's awesome. I just think his finisher is lackluster in my opinion. Honestly, the RKO is kind of stupid. It's just so awesome because he hits it out of nowhere and like it's become a thing now. I love it, don't get me wrong, but if you just look at it, it's kind of a stupid move, right?
It's such a well-protected move.
I know.
I can only think of one or two instances where someone's ever kicked out of the RKO.
Oh, I could think of a bunch.
Really?
Like Cena kicked out so many times.
Well, that doesn't count if it was...
Cena kicks out of everything. Edge in his matches versus Randy Orton.
I mean, I know he did, but in my mind, I barely remember anybody ever kicking out of the RKO.
Are you ready to hear our next matchup?
Okay, here we go. Let's hear it.
Razor Ramon
All right.
versus William Regal.
Wow, that would be a really good match.
It would. That's what I think we've already technically talked about William Regal, but I was like, I'm gonna talk about this one because this is awesome.
I guess I would give it to Razor Ramon.
Same, but it would be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I'd say give him a good 15, 20 minutes, and you could really just get something amazing out of them.
So how many more matches do you want to do?
Let's see. We're approaching an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and do one more.
One more?
Yeah, one more.
All right. If it sucks, we reserve the right to move on to a different one.
Of course.
Ooh.
Okay, I think this...
Okay,
that is not only a really good one to close out on, it was also kind of what we were looking for earlier.
Yeah. We're going to close out with a women's match.
Yes. Okay, so this one came out to Chyna versus Bayley. Damn, I'm a little mad we actually never got to see this.
Yeah, it would have been a banger. Chyna versus Rhea also obviously would have been good, but
absolutely,
like Chyna versus Bayley, that would have been like a obviously Chyna versus Rhea would have been good, but if we got Chyna versus Bayley, it would have been like, oh, okay, like it would have been the like
no cuts,
no cuts at all. So
Chyna versus Bayley.
I know what you're thinking. Josh, you always go with the new wrestler because you think the older ones are overrated. And I think this would be a hell of a match. And Bayley is awesome, right? But me personally, at their peaks, Chyna was fucking unstoppable.
Absolutely. And I also have Chyna for this, but I know a lot of people would probably say that a better match would be Chyna versus Rhea Ripley, but I think I'd honestly rather see this because this is more my style, a David versus Goliath kind of match.
Yeah.
And I do think that Bayley would put up a great fight, but I do ultimately think Chyna would take the W.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see Bayley hit a belly to Bayley on.
I think it's Bayley to belly.
Bayley to belly. Belly to Bayley.
Bayley.
A Bayley to Bayley.
A Bayley's belly to belly. A Bayley suplex.
A Bayley to Bayley.
A Bayley. A Bayley error.
Russie.exe has stopped responding.
Would you like to send an error report?
I'll just hit you with this error.
Oh no, not the error stick.
It's different.
We just have a whole bunch of sticks on the wall that we whack each other with for different occasions.
We whack each other all the time.
There's the misinformation stick. There's the error stick.
There's the oh no, I can't believe it's not butter stick. What am I talking about?
I don't know. This is honestly one of the longer episodes we've ever made, so I think we're both getting kind of tired.
What am I talking about?
The I can't believe it's not stick.
Oh my god. Okay.
I can't believe it's not a stick.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, Josh. I'm gonna have to whack you with the off-track stick.
Oh no, it would just be constant. Ow, my eye. All right. Back on track. I'm sorry, guys. I know you've gotten used to a level of professionalism here at Will You Love Wrestling podcast, and I just I want to sincerely apologize for Rusty and I both, and we promise you that it will definitely happen again. Anyways, um, yeah, I'm gonna give this to China. No diss on. Rhea.
No
Fucking
diss
God.
on Rhea for this Bailey versus China match.
No diss on Bailey at all.
No.
China was unstoppable.
Agreed.
And with that,
I think we should go ahead and do the goodbyes.
well, before we say goodbye, we have to mention this. Hey, kid.
Yeah.
Are you a nerd?
Yeah.
You like cosplay?
Yeah.
You like movie props?
Yeah.
Well, check these out. Opens trench coat. Shit. This side is my collection of antique gas station knives. Shit. Wrong coat. Hold on. Check this out.
Whoa. Wait, those are sundials.
God damn it. I wore the wrong jacket. Sundials.
I got that from Hercules.
We're leaving this in. Well, kid, if I had brought the right jacket. Jesus Christ.
Are you trying to tell me that Wolfgar Props has some of the highest quality props of for nerds that might want to do things like cosplay or dressing up or even just decoration?
Yeah. Wolfgar Prop. How'd you know?
Psychic.
Well, you probably knew about wolfgarprops.com already.
Well, no, I'm not psychic. I'm psychic, not omniscient.
I'm dying. We're leaving all of this in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you go to wolfgarprops.com, place an order, use promo code NERDDAD5OFF. That's NERDDAD 5OFF. Get 5% off your order, and you help us out.
Wait, who are you? Get away from my son! Did he try to give you a promo code? Yes, Mom.
Now, if you shop online, you don't have the creepy guy in the trench coat, so.
Go away before I call the police.
I am the police. Or my name isn't Jeremy DeWitt. Now, that's going to be a funny reference for anybody who gets it. It's the infamous guy who was arrested for police impersonation, who pissed everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Look up Jeremy DeWitt. It's hilariously bad. All right. Well, Rusty, you got anything else? That was my favorite ad read of all time.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Do I have anything?
Yeah. You got anything you want to say before we drop it like it's hot? What the fuck? Who am I? Anyways.
I do not have anything to say.
Son of a bitch. Well, guys, I just want to say that it's been an honor. Just treat it like it's my last podcast. It's been an honor. You know, I really enjoyed this journey we were on. But you know,
we know it's been a bit of a dry spell of episodes recently.
Yeah. No, that's true. Actually, we haven't recorded for
like a month.
Yeah. It's been a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks since we've dropped an episode, but we hope to get back into steady recording and releasing of episodes. So with that, I think it's podcast out. What do you think, Rusty?
I agree. Podcast out.
Yeah, podcast out. Podcast out?
Podcast out.
God damn.
Excelsior!